Hey guys, this is Kobe Card Games and welcome to another video, and I just went undefeated with Salamangreat in a remote duel casual locals. They say casual, but there was actually a lot of high profile decks there. There was, we had the Firion Brave ABC decks, like basically just some of like the good top decks. A lot of people like testing for Nats and stuff. But yeah, I managed to go undefeated, losing only one game out of 3. Which was against, like, Cyburst, at Ignista, Code Talkers. It was pretty cool. I mean, I won 2-1. I lost game 2 due to not having... I literally drew, like, barely any solid engine, but I drew, like, enough hand traps to, like, stall the game a bit. But it just wasn't enough. But anyway, managed to go undefeated, and this is the list, and I'm going to go through it. Move that there. So for the main deck, we play Triple Buffalo. I see this as kind of like a standard now, because like debug just isn't that good, in my opinion. Because like with this card, obviously like you can ash it, but it gets chain blocked. Debug gets like ashed pretty easily, and there's not like an actual like accountable way to chain block debug. And debug's good, but like getting the draw 1 and the discard off of this card, it's too good to pass up. So like. This card's just better, but like, plus like go to Balinks and shit, like, it's just better going, well, you can go into Balinks with debug, but like, this is just arguably better. Obviously, for the salads, we play, 1 Gazelle, 2 Spinny, 2 Foxy, 1 Falco, 2 Jack, 1 Foul. I see these ratios as near standard. I would have liked to play 3 Spinny. I just couldn't get the other one in time. Yeah, there's some scuffed ratios I should probably mention, but like it's nothing like too bad. It's like these are like this obviously it's limited. Bring it to 3. Some lists play 3. It's just better to play 2 in my opinion because like it's a good normal, but like half the time you don't actually want to use the normal summon effect because like the graveyard effect can come up to the link climb and shit, and like maybe even make like Mirage. This, I see a lot of lists play 3, but the lists that play 3 usually have, like, the Code Talker engine. So if I test out the Code Talker engine, I might bump this to 3. So, like, at that point, it's just, like, you know, just another level 4, you discard it. It's just good. Then this is just, these don't change. This is just good to get your spell traps back. This is good to, like, chain block shit. So, yeah, that's the salad. And then 3 Exceed. No point playing 2. You banish the second one off Desires, you cry. You literally only need to see 1, and like if you only banish 1 off Desires, then Pog. But like, 3 is just better. Because like, especially with this kind of deck, like, you can draw 2, and it will still be live. If you were only playing 2, you draw 2 and it's dead. There's literally no way to get this back in the deck. So it's just better to play 3. For the hand traps, monster hand traps, we play Triple Ash, Triple Veiler, and Double D-Crow. Ash is standard, you can recycle it in this deck, Veiler's just good. I opted to only play 2 D-Crow, mainly due to the fact, because like, in testing, I was drawing way too much of this card. You see this card a lot, obviously, because like, this whole deck like cycles through so many cards, like, you draw 2, like, off of Desires, off of Buffalo, like, and like, Heat Soul's basically a draw 2 as well. It's like, you want to see hand traps, but you don't always just want to see... This is only good against certain matchups like Firion and stuff. For spells, we play 1 Sanctuary. For the salad spells, 1 Sanctuary, 2 Circle, and 2 Will. I only played 2 Circle because I couldn't get the 3rd one. Didn't really... it kind of mattered. There was a few consistency issues. Obviously, I mentioned I lost one of the... I lost game 2, and then obviously I won game 3, so it was fine. But, like, a point where I could have another one of this would have been very nice. And but obviously this is literally soul charge. We don't want to talk about drawing this card. We don't like drawing this card. Generic spells, 2 Desires, 2 Mining, 1 Called By. Opted for 2 Mining. Didn't really want to play 3. I had the option to play 3. I didn't want to play 3 mainly because like this card you only get your full benefit off this card if you get if you get like the profit from the discard. Because, like, half the time the discard could be, like, I don't know, like, you could be forced to, like, go mining, discard mining, if it comes up with, like, too much of it. Obviously, there's the argument, yeah, but you want to see it, but, like, you don't want to see it that much, because, like, you've got, like, a whole deck that basically searches Cyburst. And then Call By and Desires is just pretty standard. Pretty good desires today, nothing too bad. For traps, salad traps, 2 raid, 2 raw, 2 rage. Really kind of wanted to play one of each, but then spoke to some people. Obviously, they're on about, well, the fact is, because I'm playing desires, you don't want to like lose the only ones of these. So, was it like the theory I kind of had with these as well is like games 2 and 3, you like if you obviously if you're going second, you side this out, so you only keep these 2 in, because like you either see them or you banish them off desires and you keep playing and then you OTK. Because, like, desires banish these going second, if you only have one of each in, really just doesn't matter. And then, obviously, if you know you're going first, you can choose to side these in, or just side in your good side deck cards, and then, like, these, that like, obviously, you won't have as many, like, clog slots, I guess, I don't know. And then, triple Imperm, because Imperm's also good, and it's just the playset that makes the hand traps go up to 11. So, yeah, that's 40 cards in the main. Pretty happy. Obviously, a few stuff I probably would change if I could. Extra, play 2 Balinks, 3 Wolf, and actually I'm playing Heatleo. The extras also I will say this is a 14 card extra because I could not finish some of the stuff off. Probably just would have played 3. Probably could have swapped these out for some other good stuff. Just couldn't really get my hands on them. Wolf, we don't talk about Wolf. Literally, we just don't talk about this ratio. This ratio stays the same no matter what kind of salad build you're playing. Because obviously you want to go Wolf, make a Wolf. You know, maybe next turn, make a Wolf. Heatleo did get a bit of play today, baited out a few back row shit. Balinks is just good. It's just a good card. Play Transcode, help with the OTK line, Heat Soul, we love draw 2. And then we also for the other OTK, well, basically near enough the same OTK line, it's Jammer Splash. Because obviously Jammer Reborn 1, you have the extra body. The Splash Reborn 1, you have the extra body, make Jammer. Make access code, chain 1, access code, chain 2, Jammer. Attack twice, game, GG. And then access code himself. I also want to shout out Harvey and Alex for letting me borrow like a bunch of cards. Because like I literally wouldn't have been able to play this deck without them. And the last 2 cards in the extra, mainly because I couldn't... I'm not playing Baguska, mainly because I couldn't get one in time. So I literally only played Stalio Dweller. Dweller genuinely did bits. Literally, because, like, the times I made Dweller, it did so much, because I did it against the Cyber deck. It cut them off a bit. Obviously, that was the... I think that was the game I lost, to be fair. I think that was the game I lost, mainly because, like, the deck doesn't use the graveyard as much... Like, it doesn't rely on the graveyard. Oh, hello, Vegito. Hide that. But yeah, it doesn't rely on the graveyard. Obviously, the field effects are, like, amazing with that deck. So, like, it just doesn't really matter. I think I made this against a Scrap Punk Orcus deck that was playing the Scythe Lock. Obviously, this fucking shot off Scythe was really good. Yeah, that's the extra. Side deck. It's upside down, there we go. Well, now it is. 2 Nib. These are the only 2 monsters I played in the side. Couldn't get hands on draws. Literally I just didn't have time to get hands on draws. Didn't really want to play draw, to be fair. Just didn't. Like, draw is good in this format, but it's like... I don't know. Like, yeah, drawing into it with Heat Soul's good, but like... Decks that, like, die to draw are, like, heavy combo decks, and heavy combo decks kind of, like, die to Nib as well, unless they put the interruption up first. And even if they do put up the interruption first, you're baiting off the interruption to let your other hand traps actually be live. Spells, triple Dark Ruler, double Twister, 1 Harpies. These didn't get played at all today. These got played, but, like, these got put in, but I didn't get a chance to use them. Traps, triple D barrier, double rivalry, and double anti-spell. These got put in, didn't get a chance to play. These didn't come up at all because there was no Despia, crazily enough. I think the hype for that deck is kind of falling. I mean, the deck's good, don't get me wrong, but like, it just seems overhyped to me. But yeah, that is the deck. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much to Alex and Harvey for letting me borrow some cards. I will be doing another remote duel tourney tonight at like 1 AM, so like I'm gonna like get ready for a bit because like, I've got a few hours before then. But yeah, this is the deck, and I'm happy with the deck. It's like one of the first decks I ever built, and I genuinely just feel confident with this deck, and I think I'm gonna play this deck a little bit more in the future. So yeah, that's all. Thank you for watching. Peace.